Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Second down, here's Mixon. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league. Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it? It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. Mixon with a first down carry. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that. And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen. They go play action here on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency. And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Second down, Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first. I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the... And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And oh, it's blocked. And the defense has it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful. Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and
We had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
50. Show that bench release and go.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Focus, focus.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Set. Blue 30. Hey, we got four. We got four down. Four down.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
On fourth down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
5-0.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Green's got it over the middle. A good pickup there, a 22. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Ryan Shazier in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. This is taken at about the 14. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And
running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And the Steelers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Got a man. It's Brown. And the ball is knocked out. And the Bengals have recovered it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right outside. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start with a give to Connor. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
James has got it, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Once again, they run with Mixon. And a short pickup there as they'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And now running right through it. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
And the pitch goes to Mixon. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Operating from the gun. Dalton, and able to find Green. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Lead! 52-44. Get ready for 57 over there. Move!
From midfield here, Dalton. Over the middle, complete. It's Green. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's where you belong.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And a catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And it'll be Dalton. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. The Browns, they have scored again to add on to their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. times the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. Come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
22, 44.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Roethlisberger finding Rodgers, and the Steelers convert on 3rd down. Roethlisberger now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Third down from the gun. Dalton got his man. It's Eifert. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll rumble for about 5 up close to the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Room to run past midfield. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Again, he finds an opening. And all the way down to the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll give it to him up the middle. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
5-0.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Cincinnati, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.